Howdy friends, welcome back to the House of Tone. My name is Wes Lee. I'm a professional band instrument repair technician. I started a YouTube channel to document what my life is like in the trades. I appreciate you stopping by the shop today. Okay, episode 4 on the Bugle. Let's go. Okay, so the 3 questions thing seemed to work out pretty well last time, so let's do it again. Question number 1. Do you retouch the lacquer after repairs? And they were commenting on one of the saxophone videos. If I burn the lacquer while soldering, or I remove the lacquer, or if I mess the finish up in some other way that needs to be retouched, then I will do that. And I typically try to match whatever the finish is. So nitrocellulose, whether that's sprayed, or if sprayed through my paint equipment, or just in a rattle can, nitrocellulose. Or if it's epoxy or polyurethane, I typically try to match what the finish what the instrument finish is. Question number 2. Good day, Wes. Do you use a magnet for dents too? Thanks for the videos. Yes. This is my magnetics bench, actually. It's all wood and brass screw constructed. It's just an old school desk, but it doesn't have any steel in it. I don't know if they come through in this video or not, but on this shelf while I'm working, you'll be able to notice graduated balls. And those are my magnetic dent balls. And I have 2 different systems. One is a smaller system in my portable shop. This is a more expansive system that I have here, and I run the small system runs the N47 neodymium magnets, and then the one for these is an N52, so it has more pull to it, or they have their place in the repair shop. They're not for every job. They assist greatly when their time is needed, just like any tool. So, but yes, I love using magnetics. I think there are some videos out there from folks using magnetics, but maybe I'll show some off sometime. Okay, thanks. Question number 3, does repairing dented instruments affect the sound quality? I'm sure, because this is the internet, that you can find someone to debate you on that. People that say that they'll never sound right again, that they'll never play right again, that they'll never this, never that. Every time that I take the dents out of something, put it back in somebody's hand, they say it plays better. They say it plays better probably because a partial in their mind, their instrument is fixed and it's back whole. A lot of times in the repair process, if you stress a horn out, it will play worse. But if you de-stress the horn, you don't have any playability issues. In fact, you might get better playability depending on who the manufacturer was. Now, as far as the repair work, there are examples of work hardening or bubbling up, expanding a flare like we had on this Bugle. Someone expanded the flare, and those kind of things will cause stability problems, playability problems, tuning problems. All of that will happen when you do those things. So bad repair work can lead to bad playing instruments. We're going to make a new ferrule. I've already bored out some tubing to the size that we need it to be, so it's going to fit on here. I'll have to make this look like a ferrule, no problem. I'm going to start by taking off all remnants of solder, and then I'm going to heat this up so that I can get some better control over it. And then we're going to finish taking the dents out of this. We're going to make a ferrule. We're going to finish the job that we started to do the other day. Okay, let's go. Now you'll remember the other day I was using all my regular dent hammers, and I used this little tiny one and all this. I have now resorted to using the biggest chasing hammer that I could find within reason. And I am slugging this so hard to push this metal. It's very fatiguing on my arm. So I immediately have decided to drop back 15 and punt. I'm going to remove the solder from all of these places, and I'm going to heat up the bell crook so that we can do better dent work on it. I have to get all the trace amounts of solder off because I'm going to heat this metal so hot that this old solder will crystallize on here, and then I won't be able to get the dent out, and I won't be able to get that solder off. There is a part of me that thinks that I could probably hammer tap this around, chase it, and make it all blend in well enough, but that's just not my style. We're gonna fix it to the best that we know how to do. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I don't want this strut to break off, and I don't want to lose those soft solder joints. So I am going to use a wet rag to keep everything in place. Let's give it some heat. As a side note, this is what my torch looks like when it starts running out of gas. So I'm finally at the end of a bottle of propane. Okay. And now the new plan is the same as the old plan. Yeah, you can hear a difference in how the metal sounds as we're striking it. And I probably could have used more heat. That's the thing about it though, we can always go add more if we need to. This is some seriously, seriously tough brass. In here making a video. Some things we really have to finesse. This is just pure brute force. Yeah, it's loosened up the head on my hammer. So I've been hitting it really hard. I'm gonna have to glue my hammer back together. So there we go. That's where those big punch dents were. This is how it was all collapsed. So this is all nice and smooth again. We did have a little bit of scarring right there, and I'm just going to leave that scarring. The overall is just really, really gorgeous. And just with the handwork, the patina came back to the way it was to match the rest of the instrument. I'm gonna get this brace pulled off. The reason that I use this brass rod across here to hold it was so that the span would not change, so that when I get this back together, everything fits back exactly the way it's supposed to. That's why you do that. Old school trick. Okay, let's go fabricate a ferrule. This into that. Smooth and sharp. Get that deburred. Came out nice. Looks like it's supposed to be there. But does it fit? That is the question. Oh yes. Like a glove. How about that? Oh, I didn't even realize. Look. When they made these original ferrules, they made all four of them where there's like the tops are supposed to be lined up and they have the same distance. Yeah. Can you see that as I rotate it around? Oh, yeah. It's a matching on this side as well. Cool. Well, happy little accident. Just like that. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Flow it in. Flow it in. Yep. There you go. That all came out real good. So this is how our ferrule turned out. This is how our dedented crook turned out. Very lovely. Got it all soldered back in. Next time, we're going to be taking the slide tubes off and rebuilding the tuning slide, possibly the piston. We still got some more work to do on this. Well, all right. Thanks, everybody, for dropping by the House of Tone today. It was good to see you. Just love the way that came out. Sometimes things get off track, then you have to punt, go back, figure out what your new steps are going to be. And sometimes it comes out just stellar. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. That is some serious, serious brass. I think the customers are going to be just really thrilled. So, redemption. And now we are moving forward. Okay, this is Wesley signing out.